Here is a live look outside our downtown Providence studios on your Thursday morning, and here are some of the top stories you'll see on Good Morning Providence. A water main break in Tiverton leads to a sinkhole. What we know about this developing situation. Plus, the latest on a Warwick police sergeant accused of assaulting a man already in handcuffs, the first step in the court proceedings that will happen today. And a candidate in Ecuador's upcoming presidential election is assassinated at a campaign event. The investigation underway into last night's events. And good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tara Lenazak. It's Thursday, August 10th. Happy Friday Eve to you. Let's get a check of that forecast with meteorologist Skylar Spindler. See what's in store for your Thursday.
You know, today we're going to see some sunshine, we're going to see some clouds, and then we've got these scattered showers going to be moving periodically in and out throughout the day today. But as we head into the late afternoon, we're going to see some thunderstorms start to move into the area. So expect thunderstorms after 5 o'clock today. Those should be out of here by about midnight tonight, but they're going to get pretty heavy, could get a little dicey, especially along the coastline area. And as you head further inland, say towards the South Coast, Cape area. So we're going to be weather aware as we head through the day today. Right now, Providence sitting at 66 degrees. Winds are out of the west at 6 miles an hour. That future cast, so scattered showers. We'll just see them in and out of the area throughout the day. Again, we're going to get some afternoon heating with some of the sunshine, especially along the South Coast area. That's going to help with this instability in the atmosphere, with those thunderstorms getting much heavier as this surface low moves through with that cold front behind it. So just be aware of that as we head into the evening hours, especially as the sun goes down. Storm Prediction Center has us in a marginal risk category right now. So again, we're just going to stay weather aware throughout the day today. I'm going to have more details on your forecast in just a moment.
Skylar, thank you. At 6:02, our top story this morning, the dream rolls on for the Little Leaguers over in Smithfield. They're getting a big win last night to keep their Little League World Series hopes alive. Good Morning Providence reporter Yanni Tregellis is live in Smithfield to give us a look at how the boys got it done last night. Yanni.
Yeah, Tara Lynn, well, the dream does roll on for the boys from Smithfield, getting a big win last night over a team from New Jersey in the Metro Region semifinals. So now they move on to the finals tomorrow as they hope to book their ticket to Williamsport. So let's jump right into the highlights. If you missed the game, we got it all covered for you right here. The boys looking to keep the dream alive, and it was all business from the Smarts. Smithfield jumping out to an early lead, 3 runs crossing the plate in the top of the first, capped off by an RBI single by Cam Charlemagne to make it 3-0 again in the first. It wouldn't take long for New Jersey to get things back, though. In the bottom of the first, they get 3 runs of their own, 2 coming home on an RBI single to make it 3-3. But the boys from Smithfield, a resilient bunch, it wouldn't take them much to get the lead back shortly after and wouldn't give it up the rest of the way from there. Smithfield's Connor Curtis sending a solo shot into left to make it 7-4. And then from there, the lead would only grow to 10-5. Smithfield wins to stay alive and advance to the Metro Region Championship.
Listen up. Now people are starting to find out what happens when you put a pit bull in the corner. Now people are finding out. Now we are ready to go. That's breakout.
The whole team has been supported by all of Rhode Island. We've had a lot of support come through. Everyone's texting us, helping out with us. Everyone's here for us. We're hoping to win it for them.
So the Metro Championship tomorrow against New York. If the Smithfield boys win, they punch their ticket to the Little League World Series and on to Williamsport. And they're hoping for some revenge in this game. They lost New York in the first game of the region. So a little bit of an added bonus for them if they can get this win against them and book their ticket to Williamsport. We're live in Smithfield. Yanni Tregellis, ABC 6 News.
All right, Yanni, thank you. Exciting times over in Smithfield. All right, at 6:04, now to a developing story that we're following this morning. A sinkhole formed on Middle Avenue in Tiverton after a water main break in the area last night. Now, the break had happened in the area around West and Middle Avenue. Residents, they noticed water pouring out onto the street around 7 last night. As the hours passed, a sinkhole started forming in front of a house on Middle Ave. Now, since then, the scene has quieted down some as Tiverton Police and the Department of Public Works, they work hard to fix that break. A few homes in the vicinity were without water, but crews, they expect that to be restored this morning. And taking a look at some of our other top stories. A pretrial conference is set for today in the case of a Warwick sergeant accused of assaulting a suspect already in handcuffs. Body cam footage of the July incident, it shows the suspect in the back of the police cruiser following a domestic incident. The suspect leans over after complaining of not feeling well, and Sergeant Kelly then allegedly kicks him in the head. Following the incident, Sergeant Kelly was placed on leave. And a man wanted for his alleged involvement in a sex trafficking ring in Fall River was arrested at TF Green Airport over the weekend. According to Mass State Police, 57-year-old Thomas Almeida was picked up Sunday for the warrant, charging him with trafficking a child. Police say the child was held against her will, drugged, and forced to perform sexual acts. Almeida left Mass in 2018 before he could be arrested, and he was the last suspect involved in the trafficking case to be arrested. And residents in a Norton neighborhood, they were evacuated yesterday morning after a gas leak. Now, the leak, it occurred on Kensington Road. According to the deputy fire chief, it was caused by construction crews that were digging in the area. 10 nearby homes, they were evacuated.
That line, Columbia Gas is on site repairing that line now.
Okay.
They had to come out, shut it down, which took a little bit of time, but they had a great response, and everything worked out as well as it could be.
And by 12:30, the area it was deemed safe from the gas, and residents, they were able to go back into their homes.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist, Skylar Spindler.
We're waking up this morning with some comfortable temperatures. We're sitting in the 60s around the area. Winds are out of the west at about 6 miles an hour. And we have some pretty low dew points right now as we're getting going. But as we start to head through the day today, we're going to start to see those dew points climb up. We've got an extra moisture surge starting to move through. We're going to see some scattered showers throughout the day today. So we'll get some sunshine, we'll get some clouds, and then we'll see those scattered showers. But as we head into the evening hours, we're going to see thunderstorms start to fire up and move through the area. And that's going to be happening right as the sun's going down. So be aware of that. We're going to stay weather aware as we head through the day today, because some of these thunderstorms might be packing a bit of a punch. Because here's a look at the severe outlook. Storm Prediction Center has us in a marginal risk category. And as these storms start to move into the area, we got this low pressure system that's going to be tracking right along the coastline. So that's going to prove like we're going to see some more of those heavier storms moving in along our coastal areas, the south coast area, and that will be tracking across almost like what we saw just a few days ago. So here's what we're thinking right now. The heaviest storms will be moving, again, like I said, along the coastline up through the south coast area. But again, anyone in this area, it is possible we're going to see those thunderstorms moving in, but I think the heaviest will be along that south coast area, again, like we saw the other day. So here's those storm risk. We're going to see some heavy downpours. We're going to have some heavy winds. We got that surface low, so a little bit of rotation in there. So we cannot rule out an isolated tornado possible in this. And then we'll see some lightning that comes in with those thunderstorms. I'm going to have your 7-day forecast coming up in just a moment.
Taking a look outside right now with our ABC6 Sky Cam. Things are moving along out there. Let's take a look at our travel times now. Okay, Route 114 northbound Whitechurch to 195, 10 minutes. I-95 northbound Route 4 to Thurber's Ave, 10 minutes. And Route 1 northbound Kingstown Road to the Route 4 split, about 7 minutes. And now to an ABC6 news update this morning. Middletown police, they made an arrest in a hit-and-run case. A teenager was hit just before 10 Monday night on Renfrew Avenue, and the suspect fled the scene. Now, Frederick Williams was arrested in connection to the accident after police say his car matched the damage that would have been done from hitting the victim. Williams is now charged with failing to stop in an accident that resulted in serious bodily injury. The teen is recovering in the hospital. And a 53-year-old former local talk radio host and newspaper editor is now convicted of child molestation. According to the Bristol County DA's office, Richard Oliveira was found guilty of indecent assault and battery on a person under 14. The victim testified that Oliveira sexually assaulted her when she was 8. 2 years later, dragged her around the house by her hair after she threw out his cigarettes. Oliveira was sentenced to serve 1 year in prison. And passengers on the Block Island Ferry, they have filed a federal lawsuit after a brawl broke out on the ferry last summer. Interstate Navigation, which runs the Block Island Ferry, and Ballards are listed as defendants in the lawsuit over last summer's Reggae Fest event. Now, the lawsuit, it alleges staff and security guards, they were overwhelmed by the crowds of people and unable to keep track of beverages served in legal IDs. The bar allegedly overserved the patrons before several altercations broke out. The suit alleges that unruly passengers weren't properly prevented from boarding, not enough security was hired, and weapons were allowed on the ferries. A Providence woman is charged with practicing dentistry without a license. Seeing here, 57-year-old Alta Gracia Adames was charged in May following an investigation into the hospitalization of one of her patients. Court records show Adames removed the victim's molar and stitched the wound, along with drilling several teeth. That dental work led to an infection that required hospitalization, and when state police searched Adames' residence, they found a makeshift dental office. Adames is expected in court today to face these allegations. In Massachusetts, state police are offering a $10,000 reward for information on the whereabouts of a convicted rapist who escaped custody 16 years ago. 54-year-old Tuen Kit Lee was found guilty of kidnapping and raping a woman working at his family's restaurant in 2005. Now, according to her testimony, he wore a mask during the attack, but she recognized him because of his bad breath. Lee is facing a life sentence for that crime, and if you have any information on where he might be, you're asked to call Massachusetts State Police or the U.S. Marshals Service. And it's 6:11 still to come on Good Morning Providence. Blood donation rules across the country.